And in that respect, I want to take a moment and share some thoughts on the NOROT project. That has been the topic lately of much discussion, some of which I believe is very productive and important, but some of which is inaccurate. In either event, I think that I, as the mayor of the community, have a responsibility to be clear about and share my own perspective. In November 2016, the Sault Ste. Marie EDC began discussions with NOROT Resources about the Ring of Fire development and its potential ferrochrome production facility project. On May 10th, 2017, the Sault Ste. Marie Chamber of Commerce hosted NOROT for a luncheon at which the company's executive team did a presentation on its project to the general public that attended that luncheon. On May 29th, 2017, City Council passed a resolution unanimously recognizing NOROT's efforts to visit Sault Ste. Marie and committed to continue working with them as the site selection process unfolded. In November of 2017, NOROT issued a request for information, inviting 4 communities to make a submission on why that community should be considered for the construction of an FPF to process chrome ores that NOROT intends to mine in the Ring of Fire. The submissions were due on February 2nd, 2018, and 4 communities made submissions: Thunder Bay, Timmins, Sudbury, and Sault Ste. Marie. On July 13, 2018, it was announced that Timmins and Sault Ste. Marie were shortlisted and were being considered further. On May 7, 2019, it was announced that Sault Ste. Marie's submission was successful. Since that time, NOROT has negotiated a land use agreement with Algoma and an engineering agreement with Hatch. Those agreements were announced on September 20th, 2019. Everything that has happened to date has happened in the full view of the public and has been thoroughly reported on throughout. Nothing else has happened. There is no agreement between the city and NOROT. NOROT does not have the authorization or necessary permissions to construct the facility on Algoma property. NOROT will not be able to obtain a permit to construct the facility on the Algoma property unless and until it goes through both the federal and provincial environmental assessment process. The city has been clear with NOROT that it will not support the construction of the facility on Algoma's property if the city believes or has reason to believe that the operation of the facility will have an adverse impact on people's health, or if the city is not satisfied that the facility can operate safely. From my perspective, I have an abiding confidence that our community can and will make the right decision about this project. Further, I believe that going through this type of process and having an informed and intelligent public discussion about the project and what it means to our community is a great opportunity for our community, provided that we approach it properly. Our community has simply never had the opportunity to consider a project this big, and big it certainly is. From my perspective, it has to be considered soberly, thoughtfully, and carefully, and only once it has been should we as a community say yes or no. There are strong feelings on both sides of this issue, incredible arguments for and against this type of facility. I don't intend on canvassing those this evening, but I think it's important that we are all, especially those who are entrenched one way or the other, respectful of each other's opinions and each other's right to hold those opinions. For my part, I will not prejudge the project in any respect. I will not allow the size of the spend, the new employment opportunities, the added GDP, or the added realty assessment to cloud or overwhelm a proper and thorough consideration of the potential environmental and health risks. If we engage this process properly, I have confidence that the decision made at the end of it will have the strong and clear support of the large majority of our community, and it will be in its best interest, whatever that decision happens to be.